Listen, I've always been on the bigger side. I was that kid who felt out of place, unsure, like nothing in life was really moving forward. I remember waking up each day, looking in the mirror and feeling stuck. It wasn't just my weight, it was a feeling that nothing was changing. Everything felt stagnant, like I was stuck in a loop, and honestly, I didn't know how to break out of it. I wasn't motivated, I wasn't driven. It felt like life was happening around me and I was just there watching it pass by. It started to weigh on me mentally. Like, what was the point of even trying? But that's when I realized I had to make a change. Not for anyone else, but for me. The first step I took, the gym. Now, let me be real with you. Stepping into the gym for the first time wasn't easy. It's intimidating. You see people who seem to have it all. And then there's you, feeling lost, feeling insecure. I had so many doubts. Would I be able to keep up? Would I even stick to it? But deep down, I knew that if I didn't at least try, nothing in my life would change. And honestly, those first few days, they were tough. Every workout felt like a struggle. Like my body was fighting against me, but I kept going. Why? Because I started to realize that the gym wasn't just about lifting weights or building muscle. It was about breaking through barriers. Not just physical ones, but mental ones too. I remember the first time I noticed a real change. It wasn't anything huge. Maybe I felt a little stronger or I could get my first push-up. But it was a turning point for me. For the first time in a long time, I felt in control. I felt like I was making progress. Like the hard work was actually starting to pay off. That feeling, it's addictive. It wasn't just about the physical transformation. Sure, I was losing weight, gaining muscle, looking better, but the biggest change was how I felt. I felt more confident, more driven, more like myself. It's crazy how when you start making small improvements, it affects every other part of your life. Suddenly, I wasn't that kid who felt stuck anymore. I was someone who could change, someone who could grow. Now, don't get me wrong, this journey was not easy at all. There have been days where I wanted to give up. There have been days where I questioned myself if all the hard work was worth it. There were setbacks, days when I didn't feel like going to the gym, days when I felt like I wasn't making any progress at all. But here's the thing, those days, those tough moments, they're part of the process. If you don't learn to struggle, you don't grow. The harder days are the ones that shape you. That's something I had to learn the hard way. There were days when I felt like nothing was changing, but I kept showing up, and over time, I started seeing results. The most important lesson I've learned through all of this is about consistency. It's not about having the best workout every time or making the most progress in one single week. It's about showing up day in and day out, even when you don't feel like it. It's about putting in the work, especially when it feels like nothing is happening, because that's when the real change happens. One thing I realized is that transformation wouldn't happen overnight. It wasn't about a quick fix or shortcut. It was about small, everyday actions that made the difference. As I kept pushing myself physically, something else started to change. My mindset. I started believing in myself more. I started realizing that if I could push through those tough workouts, I could push through anything. The gym became my outlet. It became the place where I could challenge myself and prove to myself that I could handle whatever life threw at me. And over time, The way I looked at the gym shifted. It wasn't just about getting stronger or getting in shape anymore. It became about mental strength, discipline, and about showing up for myself even when no one else was watching. Looking back on this journey, one thing's clear. It's not just about a physical transformation. The weight I've lost, the muscle I've gained, well, that's great. But the biggest transformation has been on the inside. I've become more confident, more disciplined, and more focused. This whole experience has taught me that when you start taking control of one area of your life, it spills over into everything else. You start to believe in yourself more. You start to push yourself harder in other areas of your life. It's like a ripple effect. So, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling nothing in your life is moving forward, let this be your wake-up call. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment to start. Just take that first step. In fact, you can start at this moment that I'm speaking. No matter how small, the journey is worth it. Now, this journey is not going to be easy. It will not be smooth, but I promise you, it will be worth it. At the end of the day, the gym taught me one important thing. I'm capable of more than I ever thought, and so are you. Whether it's in the gym or in life, the key is to keep pushing, keep grinding, and never settle. Do it for yourself. You owe it to yourself to become the best version of you.